Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to
A rapper for money, man. You know why? So swear to your bigger Jamaica the past now with up. Told me I don't know with us, nigga. We know fitting niggas next to twice for those fucking licks to now. Low rapper to America. Or we all about do know now. It's stop my motherfucking destruction. Ruction hands. Out the woods, I stepped to the mic with so much hype. I got the windpipes tight, psyched off a vibe. I snatched in a ride from a girl on the side that snuck in on the slide. Hopped out on the block, the crowd's in shock. They wanna know if it's true. I got rhymes by the flock.
I just wanted to start it off like that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Some program notes. After yesterday, I did erase yesterday's episode of The Sound of Coffee off of the YouTube channel, and there will be no more Why Wednesday confessionals. Period. We will not be doing that again. Had a good long run, but pretty much the end of it. Good morning, beans. Good morning, coffee beans. Good morning. Today is Truthful Thursday, as always. Again, I told y'all I don't come here and lie. I am not in a good headspace right now. Part of it was yesterday's show, and I will not lie about that. I know I did say I wanted to talk about grief, but on second thought, I think that might be too heavy of a show. So I'm not going to be talking about grief. Instead, I want to talk about the consequences of actions. That's what I want to talk about, the consequences of actions, because everybody's favorite funky mustache having racist has been arrested and is charged with attempted murder.
Oh my God!
That person being Dalton Etherly of Clarksville, Tennessee, better known as Chud the Builder. Mr. Beans, happy Father's Day. I am preparing for a special ritual for my late father. I love you, and I love you, Thomas. Thank you for being a father to me, the father to in my life. Magpie, it's my honor. I don't think I deserve it, though. That's just me. So, as always, let's go ahead and get into the consequences of their actions. And as always, kids, we started off strong. Godzilla -1, roar, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Miss America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to a Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Law Productions Radio. GCPR, where every voice matters. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild, a proud member of the Outcast Nation. Also, there probably will be no more your mama jokes. Yeah. Probably not gonna do that again. So Dalton Etherly, aka Chud the Builder, is probably gonna end up going to jail for a hot minute. Let me play for you just a snippet of a gentleman by the name of Unfading Silence. And this is talking about good old Chud the Builder.
We have some more breaking news coming out of Tennessee with that shooting that ended up taking place outside of that courthouse with the live streamer Chud the Builder. They have officially charged him with criminal attempted murder along with a handful of other charges because there is other videos that have been circulating all over social media showcasing that Chud the Builder was in fact the aggressor in this whole situation. Let me know your thoughts over in the comments, because as I've indicated in multiple videos, there were so many MAGA and Trump supporters going to this man's aid, indicating that he was only defending himself, when there is other videos that I ended up talking about and showing you guys and everything that proved the exact opposite when it comes down to the conflict that ended up taking place outside of that courthouse. So once more, you guys, let me know your thoughts over in the comments, but as I have indicated, they have officially charged him with criminal attempted murder. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Chud finally found somebody that stood their ground, and there was a shooting. Chud has been begging for this shit for over a year. He continues to go up to black folks, antagonizing them just to film it for kick or whatever the hell, and referring to them as chimping out. Well, somebody finally chimped out the right way and shot his ass. They're now online calling him Cheddar Bob because apparently Chud didn't shoot at the guy. Well, he tried to shoot at the guy, and I guess at one point, either the guy shot him in the foot or he shot himself in the foot. I don't know which one. Don't really care. Chud is going to presume because, like the gentleman said, there are multiple videos of Chud being the aggressor and antagonizing people. You got to be one of the dumbest, ignorant, most ridiculously stupid ass people on the face of this big blue marble for you to be in front of a goddamn courthouse. You know, you ain't never late to the sound of coffee. Get out of here with that. To be in front of a courthouse, doing the chimping out thing, and then when somebody says, all right, bruh, I can stand my ground, they stand their ground, and he grazed himself. Chud gonna be somebody's boyfriend. I'm sorry. This man cataloged his own effery and jackassery. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Somebody took a doctored video of mine. It took a video of me saying something. They doctored it, and then they posted it on their little live stream, right? And people believe that shit. But they could have went to the video of the show that I did it on and found out it was doctored. But some people are lazy bitches, and I know you're still watching. Anywho, Chud is now experiencing, I know we call it the FAFO. Everybody calls it the FAFO. In non-profane colloquial terms, it is the consequences of your action. Chud routinely bothered people, black folks, minding their own business, going to the store, going to get some gas and things of that nature for content. And Chud finally found somebody that gave him the content he so desperately deserves. And because of this, Chud might be spending time washing drawers. It's gonna happen. But this speaks to a larger point. Earlier this week, we had James Charles deciding that showing your entire ass was good. This was something that you felt like you needed to do. Show your entire ass. The both booty cheeks. You decided to show both ass cheeks by making fun of a person who was reaching out to you with a GoFundMe link. And what did people decide to do? Well, shit, I can play my own shit for this one.
Friendly reminder that this motherfucker was caught sending messages and DMs and dirty pics to a kid. Since he wants to rant about people not having jobs and blah, blah, blah. Look, hey, you are a groomer.
So, in case anybody needed to know, hold on.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why?
After that, as soon as he did that, it was a rap in these streets, B.
Privately with an apology for the video.
Hold on. Listen. Apparently, this is James Charles's apology directly to the woman. Now, I live by the old CM adage. The apology should be as loud as the disrespect. When my old account got banned, a bunch of people decided to open their mouth and say a bunch of shit that they didn't know a goddamn thing about, right? If the day ever comes that they will approach me on social media, by the way, and want to say, I didn't know, I want a video. I want a video. I want you in front of a camera doing the mea culpa. And then I might decide whether or not I thinking about forgiving you. Because in the immortal words of CM Punk, the apology should be as loud as the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? News for me, my comeback to football is complete. I was named to the squad for tomorrow night's game. Look at Wolfie. Hellhounds in the building. Good morning, dude. Love you, damn it. She was only asking for $1,600. After Charles was drugged through the streets, he donated $500. Now the lady has increased the funding by $18,000 as well. She slid. Hellhound, I'm alive is about as good as I need to get it. Now, with James Charles making that funky ass video, right? This was his apology directly to this woman. Was it in video form? No. Was it audio? No. Did he make a phone call? No. Did he do any of this shit right here in front of the camera the same way he disrespected this woman? No. Here's his apology. Hi, Amber. I wanted to reach out privately with an apology. Bitch. No private apology. What are you doing? Get your ass in front of a camera, bitch. Get your ass in front of a camera. The apology should be as loud as the disrespect. For the video I made, it was disgraceful and completely unnecessary, and there's no excuse for me yelling and berating someone for asking for help in a shitty situation that was completely out of your control. I'm so sorry for adding to what was already a distressing time. I'm so ashamed for the most. I'm so ashamed for most only the video. Okay, I knew I had a degree. Like, what the hell? His writing is atrocious. What? This was James Charles writing this shit. There wasn't no publicist. This was all him. This man don't believe in a period or a comma at all. God damn. Punk ass. It's like, I'm so ashamed for most only the video, but also for being so disgustingly out of touch. I was sent your video today, and I was so glad to see your GoFundMe has exploded. But I also know that getting attention online can be scary and overwhelming, especially when you never asked for it in the first place. I've spent the last few days reading stories from real people about what it's actually like losing a job without notice, and also learning about the journey to find a new one when so many people are going through the same situation. I just donated to your GoFundMe, but also please know I'm here if there's anything else you need help with or do. Also, fully understand if you never want to hear from me again, I genuinely wish you the best and hope you are doing okay. Hey, James, do this now. Now do it in front of a camera. Do it in front of the camera. Good morning, Ann. I love you. Because of this, because of the way James Charles acted, he is losing followers by the minute. Now, there's still 40 million people, over 40 million people that follow this son of a bitch. And I don't know why. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Oh my God!
I don't know why. But again, it is called the consequences of your action. Now, I bring these situations up because I want people to understand we don't live in the time that you used to be able to say shit like this and nobody heard it. Okay? I have said over and over to every man that I meet, I've said this in front of all of my male cousins and my brother. I've said this in front of old, army buddies and shit like that. The internet is not a man's friend. I don't know how many times I have to continue to say this. The internet is not your friend, okay? That sent dick pic now resides somewhere in the ether all the time, 24/7, 365. If a woman decides, hey, I'm going to Google dick pics, she's going to see your shit. Yours. She's going to see it. Okay? I just want you to understand that. Zao An, Mofe. The internet is not men's friend. It ain't. Now, are women goofy enough to do stupid shit in front of a camera? Yeah, they are. Yeah, yes, they are. Yes, they are. But women tend to not do life-altering shit unless they're drunk or they're just in a moment. Okay? Men do this shit. We are a constant on effing up on the goddamn internet. We have a cottage industry of effing up on the internet. We know this. We're quick to do some stupid shit online and then be wondering 10 years down the line why people continue to mention the shit. Because the bitch is online. Okay? The shit's online, okay? For example, how many of these videos have you seen a white woman carrying out? She's doing some extra crispy Karen shit. Like, hey, bitch, hey, what are you doing? Why are you over there doing it? You are extra crispy Karen over there. You really are. So, and then they get caught on camera, and the first thing they want to do is say the most overused bullshit ass word in the English language is context. 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 Oh, you took it out of context. You have to look at it in context. Look at the context. There is no context for bullshit. Chud the Builder can talk about context in every one of his videos. All that shit he put on Kick, all that shit he was streaming, all of it. He can yell out context all the hell he wants. People don't give a damn about context. People give a damn about impact. Impact. If I walk in with my phone out and I go to, like, I don't know, Lane Bryant's, or I go to Bath and Body Works or whatever, if I go in there and call every woman the C word, there's no context. That when their husbands beat the shit out of me, or when the cops arrest me, or any shit like that, there is no context to it. None. There's not an ounce of context you're going to possibly be able to give me to get me out of the situation of my dumb ass out here saying this stupid shit. There isn't any. There isn't any. But everybody's always talking about context. Shaft says the phrase that annoys me the most is, that's not who I am. Sure, look like it. That's the other one. That's it. Thank you, Shaft. That's the other one. You know, I know the video showed me calling a whole black restaurant the N-word. I called everybody in there in the N-word, but please understand, that's not who I am. Then why the hell did you say it, you stupid son of a bitch? Employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Mans is going to prison. Chud gonna be building a honey bun castle in prison. He's going to jail. He's going to prison. But it's not just that. Chud's ex-wife is changing her child's name because he has been so toxic for his name that she's changing this child's name. This kid don't want shit to do with his father. And quite frankly, I don't blame him. And what's the very first thing Chud said when they was revealing all of this shit was that she was racist too. Hey, dog, we ain't talking. She wasn't the one walking around here with cameras calling people the N-word, now was she? That bitch could be the daughter of David Duke, but she wasn't the one out there with a goddamn camera talking about chimping out, now was she? Consequences of your action. And in the age of Trump, people hate to actually have to deal with consequences. They hate it. Hate it. Perfect example, Anna Kasparian. Anna Kasparian had something happen to her. Now, I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion shaming that woman. I'm not. I hope the person that did this heinous act to her is going to jail. He's getting the doink, okay? He's going to jail. So there's no doubt about that. He's going to jail. But Anna has taken that and turned it into fuel for her to be as anti-black, as anti-everything that she possibly can. This woman, she has made it her business. She has made it her goddamn business to do everything possible to be on the other side of the people she perceives to be the ones that hurt her. Now, everybody goes through trauma. I'll be the first person. I've gone through trauma, okay? But I've not used that as an excuse to turn my back on everything that I've ever believed in. You see what I'm saying? I either believed it or I didn't. A situation isn't going to make me change that. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not. There's nothing that's going to make me change the person that I am. But Anna did. And rather than Anna looking at her situation realistically, what is she doing? She is doubling and tripling and quadrupling down because she would have to take accountability for everything that she has said and done. She out here talking about why I left the left. Bitch, don't nobody care. You a white woman that left. Who cares? I give a shit. Nobody cares. Okay? Nobody gives a shit. Morning, Mary. Mary Greenberg's all the way there at work. Not a good morning for me. My car almost got repossessed last night, and the money I saved to pay for it, I had to use it to pay the drop fee. I need help, Coffee Beans. Ashley, if you are in the Discord server, please go to a mutual aid and put something in there, please. Please do that. Please do that. Because I don't want my Ashley out there without no damn car and without money to put. You know what I mean? Like don't do that. Make sure you put it in there, please. We all live in a country now where it seems really easy for people to try to pretend what they didn't do. No, bitch, we can see everything that you did. Ashley's not in the Discord? How is that possible? We gotta, Angry. Ashley definitely needs to be in the Discord. Definitely needs to be in the Discord. That's the one I've been looking for. We definitely need to get Ashley in that damn Discord. Ain't no way in hell. Only found it. I was looking for that. I think in a lot of ways, people don't want to be embarrassed in this day and time. Why do you think MAGA does the shit that they do? Do you think these MAGA people are clinging on because he's a good guy? No. They're clinging on because to admit that they were wrong hurts a lot more than it is for them to hold on to the bullshit. So they'd rather hold on to the bullshit. Yes, Ashley, Angry's here. You might not see him. He might not say nothing, but he definitely knows that you're here. And if not, Smoking Hot can actually help you too. I swore you was already in there. These MAGA people know goddamn well their life is a dumpster fire with dumpster juice coming all over their goddamn face. They know this. Do you understand? They know this. You know what, Annabelle? I did something last night. First off, Annabelle with the $2 super chat.
Donations. Gifts.
I did something last night because everybody's been asking for it. So now I have that swing time version of Give Me the Challenge. I actually have 2 new versions of Give Me the Couch. I do. I have 2 new versions. I tried to do Give Me the Couch in country, but then I heard that song about having sex with men that's country. I'm not gay, but I do gay stuff. And I was like, hey, this shit ain't going to be able to work. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to do that. I ain't going to be able to do that. Listen to this and see if y'all like that.
Oh, baby. Turn the lights down low. Let me tell you about the softest love I ever known. I came home weary, the world on my back, neon nights and a heart off track. Kicked off my shoes, loosened my tie, saw you waiting there, cushions piled high. Girl, you don't argue, you don't complain, you just open up those arms again. In the quiet glow of a midnight room, you're my sanctuary in plush perfume. When the day gets rough and the streets get cold, you're the only one that lets me fold, sink down deep in your sweet caress, wrapped in comfort and tenderness. Oh, my velvet embrace, softest touch in the whole wide place. You hold me close, don't say a word. Every curve of you, it's so superb. Baby, you cushion my soul tonight, make everything feel so right. In your arms I lose control. Oh, sofa, you're rocking my soul.
Oh!
Candles flicker, shadows sway, you and me at the end of the day. Leather smooth or fabric divine, girl, your texture fits just fine. No judgment dies, no broken trust, just silent springs and a little bit of lust. Well, maybe just affection so deep, you're the reason I don't lose sleep when the world keeps pushing too hard on me. You're the place I wanna be. Slide on over, take me in, let the evening slowly begin. Oh, my velvet embrace, softest touch in the whole wide place. You hold me close, don't say a word. Every contour simply unheard. Baby, you cushion my soul tonight, make everything feel so right. In your arms I melt away. Girl, I'm yours till the break of day. They said a man shouldn't love furniture, but they never felt what I feel. The way you support me, the way you comfort me, baby, that's real. Slide into you, gentle and slow, feel that rhythm in the undertow. Rock with me in the quiet space, lost in your upholstered grace. Oh, cold. You're the warmth my arms can hold. Baby, you cushion my soul tonight. Make everything feel so right. In your arms I always stay, till morning light pulls me away. Oh baby, don't you ever change those cushions. I'll be home soon. Oh baby.
Hey Taz, can you get Ashley into the Sound of Coffee group on Discord, please? She has a mutual aid request, and I want her to get in there. Plus, she should have already been in there in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of 2 versions of Give Me the Couch I was working on last night. The second one, I don't know if you hold up. The right there is the Scotch Guard dropper, plastic cover on a Meemaw Couch dropper. Annabelle wants to do a burlesque version of this. Annabelle, if you pull out feathers and upholstery, I think you and I are going to have a serious conversation. Now I'm trying to figure out which version should I use when I do this goddamn live video. I don't know. Like which version of this should I do? Again, there's 2 of these. Well, there's 4. One of the things about Sono is when they give you when you do your shit, they give you 2 versions of the song. So there's 4 of these. There was almost a 5th, but I didn't have the time. Plus, we was doing the show last night, so I couldn't. You know what I mean? Let me see if I got the other one. Of course, I got the other one. All right, that was that one. Wait a minute. That was that one. Oh, hold on. They got a swing time. I have a swing time one too, so there's that. I have a swing time version to Give Me the Couch. Hey, one day we might just do that in the show. We might just need a 9-inch nails cover version, but people might not be ready for that. Oh no, listen. Sono is free, but if you want like the big creator one, actually no. They got one that's $8. And hold on. I dropped some shit off of my front door. I think. Hey, they got an $8 version and they got the $23 version. I use the $23 one. And that's a month. Oh, that's my daughter. My bad. So I might, you know what I mean? Like I might. Let me see if I get that other one. I just downloaded it. Let's see. There's the swing time. There's the swing time version. About that sounds like the beginning of a James Bond 007 movie. Porno. Wouldn't it be cool if we just did a show where we just did different versions of Give Me the Couch? Here's the other one.
Baby, turn the lights down low.
And this is live.
Let me tell you about the softest love I ever known.
A little bounce to it and shit.
I came home weary, world on my back, neon nights and a heart off track. I kicked off my shoes, loosened my tie, saw you waiting there, cushions piled high. Girl, you don't argue, you don't complain, you just open quiet glow of a midnight room. You're my sanctuary in plush perfume.
Y'all gonna listen. Hey, Morning Dread, y'all gonna keep playing with me, and y'all gonna get a gospel and a blues version, and y'all. Not me dancing just while setting up my dad's memorial. Yes, I can put Licky Boom Boom Down in there. That's the crazy part. When the version of Sono that I pay for every month, I can put sounds in, right? Like I can make a hook that says Licky Boom Boom Down. Like I can put any sound in there I want. Like I can make a whole song off of just give me the goddamn bread. I can make a whole song.
Just bring the goddamn bread. Bring us the bread.
Just keep playing with me. You know what's good? Oh, you would like to hear the blues version? Say no more, fam. Say no more. I got you. I got you, fam. Maybe today is Give Me the Couch Thursday. Again, kids, it treats objects like women. JD Vance treats objects. Ragnarok comes out of nowhere. JD Vance treats objects like women. I do have an announcement. Cat Main will be leaving next week.
Oh my God!
Cat Main is finally going to Cat Main's permanent home. Well, not permanent home. He's got Thomas, we need a bluegrass version. It is for JD after all. Listen, I'm gonna die, and somebody's gonna find a way to play all these versions of this same goddamn song at my funeral. It's gonna be nasty. Come on, Star out here doing Middle Eastern and burlesque. Star, you know what, Star? That's a violation. You know what, Star? Goddamn. Flag on the play for Star having burlesque and Middle Eastern dance and not telling any goddamn body. That's 1,500 yards right there. That's 1,500 yards. That's 1,500 yards, man. We should have been seeing some burlesque, some burlesquing from you, Miss Star. That should have been a video on the goddamn Discord already. With the hips and yeah, we should have start 1,500 yards, man. Repeat first down. What am I doing? What am I doing? What you want me to do, man? What you want me to do? Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Listen, if you have stripper moves, burlesque moves, Middle Eastern moves, if you got these hidden talents, put this. You know what? That should be what we do on Thursday. Talent Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me what the talent is, I act it out on the screen. How about that? Now we're going to talk about Star's talent of moving her hips real fast. And we're going to do it to Give Me the Couch. Let's see if we can actually get those hips moving because Star can move her hips. God damn it. We need to move our hips. This is how we all stay in shape. We're going to do it to Give Me the Couch.
Oh, baby. Turn the lights down low. Let me tell you about the softest love I ever known. Give me that couch.
Come on now. Goofball garden hose talent. Golf ball garden hose talent. Sir, no, can we not? No. You've already been forbidden from acting out my talent. Nana would ground you. Yes, she would. Listen, if If your talent involves Hoover vacuums, golf balls, and hoses, no. And now for the chilling with the villain. Morning, aggravated. Good morning. Morning. The talent is called
Swallowed Up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you?
You know, I actually thought about that when I first started this show. When the Sound of Coffee first happened. Have you learned nothing from the Confessional Wednesday? Sir, I'm not doing no more. In case y'all needed to know, for those of you who came in late, there will be no more Why Wednesday confessionals at all. I erased yesterday's show. And in addition, I probably won't be doing any more Your Mama jokes. So I just wanted y'all to know. Just wanted y'all to know. Just wanted y'all to know in case y'all came in late, there will be no more Why Wednesday confessionals. And there will probably be no more Your Mama jokes. Probably not. I learned my lesson. Not going to happen again. Now, be crazy. You know what I mean? Like when I first started the show, when I first started the Sound of Coffee, I was like, you know what? We need to have a day where everybody gets in shape. You know, we'll talk about things like I'd put on a little lavalier mic, and we would all work out together. All right, everybody, we're going to talk about some things we're going to do leg raises, 1 and 2, but because I have 2 cameras, I could do that. But then I thought about it, like, who in the hell gonna tune in on a day of the week and then get wore out going to work? Like, anybody trying to do that? We had to think of Mary at work. Mary works in a corporate office. The last thing in the world she needs is leg raises. Ain't nobody trying to hack. Come on, man. Mary Greenberg doing leg raises in her office and shit. Right before a meeting, she getting a sweat on. Just like, come on, man. Why trying to do that? But like, I thought about it. I'm 50, I still climb trees with the kids. I'm waiting on the day I get so old I get stuck. I have to get the trial trucks to come get me out. Tracina, don't do that. I haven't clowned the shoulder pump. Hey, it's rotator cuff Monday. Everybody rotate your rotator cuffs. We're rotating. What do you guys want to talk about? Hey, Trump doesn't give a shit about your economic woes. Rotate. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. This show would take off. Listen, this show would take off. How am I going to explain that pull muscle from the Sound of Coffee? Me and Shaq are the same age. We can't be out here pulling shit. You know what I mean? Y'all came for a morning show and gonna leave and go to the hospital. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Know that it wasn't your fault. Yes, it was. Star, I've been in my head about that all day. Just let it go. Just let it go. But can you imagine that shit? We all in here working out to Maniac from the Flashdance soundtrack and shit. Mary Greenberg in a goddamn corporate office someplace. This woman deals with billions of dollars in assets and shit, and she in there sweating her ass off to Maniac from the Flashdance soundtrack. Now our boss is in there going, Miss Greenberg, can you come in the office, please? I got a couple more leg raises. Hold on. I'll do it. Hold on. I'll be right there. Come on now. Hold on. Listen, Candy Poo said, y'all will be working out. I'll be sitting here watching and laughing. Hey, the Thriller dance is some shit we build up to. We don't start off there. You know, if you start at the Thriller dance, this show is going downhill quick. you understand how many hamstrings I can snap for us doing the damn Thriller dance? Number one, I'm going to get killed. YouTube would demonetize this video so damn fast, your eyes would roll in the back of your head. Then I got to worry about Paris Jackson coming up, rolling on me, talking about why you use my dad's music on that bullshit. Like, the only shape my furniture, the only shape in my future is round. Do you see what I found for the Thriller lyrics? No, I did not. No, listen. We could call that a goal. We could call that a goal. 364 days till the Thriller dance, and we all getting in shape. Every one of us getting in shape and shit. And listen, I'm telling y'all, Mary Greenberg calling off work. She's not going to work. I can see her already.
I'm taking a personal day.
Mary, you taking a personal day? Yeah, I'm not coming to work. I'm taking a personal day tomorrow. Can I ask what happened? Oh no, it's nothing. I'm probably going to go to a doctor's appointment. And listen, let me tell you something. Mary gonna be at home, and her husband gonna be looking at her like, "Woman, what is wrong with you? Why?" Listen, we got to work up to that. That Thriller dance will kill you. Listen. As a child, I thought it was just badass. I won't lie, I was a big ass Prince fan, but god damn it, listen, that Thriller movie, that Thriller video, that shit was on point. But let me tell you something. You do not start there. You work your way up there. Hold on. What is he doing? Way to go done some shit. Wait a minute, let me see.
Everyone knows the Michael Jackson song Thriller. It's been around for a long time. Everyone remembers the video. Everyone remembers the words. Or at least most of us do. I need you to go to Google. You're going to type in Thriller, and then you're going to click that Thriller that pops up with the song by Michael Jackson. And it's first going to show you the music video link if you wanted to watch that. But under that's going to show you the lyrics. Now, 99.9% of the time, the lyrics that are shown on the search results are accurate. This is one time they're not.
What?
And when I say they're not accurate, it's actually quite hilarious. Look at this. The first part is from that Rockwell song Michael Jackson was featured on. And you get a little bit of the lyrics from Thriller. What's happening down there at the bottom? It's lyrics to the song Zombie by the Cranberries. Then followed up with the Rockwell lyrics again. And while you're here, don't forget, in the actual lyrics, Michael Jackson threw some game in there. The lyrics say that this is Thriller, Thriller Night, because I can thrill you more than any ghoul who would ever dare try. It's turned into a beast, a whole nother meaning. Go!
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. Oh. Pause! What is that?
Holy shit! Hey, Google can't even keep up with Michael Jackson. Google like, I quit. He going, listen, these lyrics are too powerful. Hey, throw that Rockwell song in there. Just throw it in there. Just throw the shit in there. Throw it in there. Just ain't nobody gonna read this shit. Throw it in there. Oh shit, he said, God damn it. Throw some more Rockwell and then throw a zombie song in. Google can't even keep up with Michael Jackson. God damn it. I still can do the Thriller dance. Hey, Dredd, not at your age. Dredd, you want to fall in love and have kids? You better not do that goddamn Thriller dance. Listen, again, if the Sound of Coffee presents the Thriller Dance, we got to work up to that. Some of us are stationary on purpose. listen, I sit in a chair. This show would be a little bit different if it was a jazzercise show, goddammit. I'm in hood shape, okay? All right, hood shape. You also approaching 50, woman. You better you want to fall in love, don't you? You better sit your ass down. Hold on. You work a job where you moving shit with a train and you still got energy to do the Thriller Dance, woman, you need a date. I ain't playing with you. Listen, I love Dread from a place you'll never understand, but Dread, listen. We ain't never lied to each other before, goddammit. I'm not gonna lie now. But Dread works on trains. Trains, them big ass things trains, okay? You better quit. You're approaching 40. Stop. Listen, take it from somebody who has travailed the road that your ass is getting ready to get on. Stop. Listen, I went back in the Army in 2009, right? I was 30-something. 2009, I was 37 going on 38, right? The very first thing these people had me do when I got on active duty is I had to go back to AIT and be retrained as a 92 Yankee. The very first thing these people had me do, straight cold pasta on the table, right? Was do a PT test. And my dumb ass ran. At 37, I ran push-ups, not a problem. Not them bitches out, I swole meat. Sit-ups, not a problem because I had swole meat ass. Like, ping, 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 ping. Those were my abs. Like, ping, 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 ping. Sit-ups, not a problem, right? 2-mile run. That's when I discovered that 37 hits a little bit dark, hits a little bit different when you balls deep in 37. I was nuts deep in 37. I'm running. Everything hurts. Like, dog, we didn't even warm up. What are you doing? Got to the turnaround point, running my ass off. Run. For my age, made my time. I took one entire step past the guy that said you passed and blew out my goddamn right meniscus. I felt the bitch. You ever blow a meniscus and you know because you felt and heard it? My right leg said, I said, shit. I did not realize I blew out my goddamn meniscus. And then when I got to my first duty station, first thing they talking about is, yeah, we going to Iraq. I said, all right, Iraq. And until it was Iraq from April to about November. And then them some bitches said, or Afghanistan. I said, oh, shit. The whole time I'm on profiles because this knee is just not, listen, this knee is not cooperating at all. This right knee said, bitch, I'm hurt. Do something with me. Finally, right before my battalion got to ship out to Afghanistan, I had the surgery. I missed about a month, maybe a month and a half of deployment. But I went through PT. I was going through physical therapy like, go get this knee up. Yeah. And every time that knee kept saying, play with me again. Play with me again, Thomas. I'm talking about literally. I stopped at the finish line. Dude gave me my time and said, you passed. I said, thanks. I took one step and my meniscus said, I could feel it. And I swear to God, I heard it. It was like, poof. I said, shit. My knee swole up so goddamn big it looked like a softball. But I get there, I'm getting ready to go. I'm like, yeah, can I go to Afghanistan? The doctor's like, yeah, but we're going to put you on a permanent profile. I said, what does that mean? Like, you're going to walk instead of run. I said, cool. And I walked the remainder of my military career. Never failed a PT test ever. And on active duty, I never failed one PT test. Not one. I was the head of the walkers and shit. Because, a staff sergeant, like, when I got to my final unit, I was E6. And it was like, okay, you have a permanent profile. I said, yes, I walk. It's okay. So when we have somebody that goes on, when they get the damn slip, they're going to be walking with you. I said, cool, great, no problem. And I used to have some bitches, our unit was way on the other side of the brigade, way on the other side. And I used to have them walk to the brigade and back. That shit is well over 3 miles. And they listen, we walk it, shut up. And I'd be out there calling. You ever try to call cadence while power walking? That shit is the greatest feeling ever. Power walking cadence is a little bit different. What is my feeling on Delta Force? I don't mess with those guys. Listen, we had some special forces and Delta dudes that showed up at Fob Sharana. Some of the biggest assholes I've ever seen in my entire adult life. Yo, dog, for real. It's like, we're both in the Army. Why you acting like that? I was asking a Kyrgyz woman, because on Fob Sharana, they had women from Kyrgyzstan. Remember I told y'all about Kyrgyzstan? A whole bunch of people that look Asian, and they open their mouth, and it's like the Soviet Union falls the hell out. It was weird. So we had a lot of Kyrgyz women that worked on Fob Sharana. Like, they flew in to work the PXs and barbershops and shit like that. So I used to go. The SEALs are arrogant. Delta Force are not to be effed with, because those guys don't care. When Delta goes in, they go in for one reason and one reason only. They blowing up something, killing somebody, and leaving. There was no Delta Force cats are a different breed. They are a different breed entirely. Like, the SEALs, they have that arrogance. They wear the sleeves rolled up and the trident and the, whatever. Delta cats don't even respect rank. There was a story that we all heard while we were in the military about a lieutenant colonel trying to say something to a Delta Force E6 or E5. And that E5 or E6 cussed his ass out. Cussed him smooth out. He tried to say something about his beard and something. He's like, sir, with all due respect, why don't you go kiss my ass? And who you? I'm a lieutenant colonel. Who's your commanding officer? He went to his commanding officer. And his commanding officer said, what did he say? Told me to kiss his ass. Well, sir, kiss his ass. And you like, yo. And they was like, well, who's your brigade commander? And supposedly they gave him the brigade commander for Delta. And when the time this lieutenant colonel went to talk to this other colonel, it was pretty much over. Our operators operate on a different level. You need to leave them alone. I don't mess with Delta. Same as our Australian SAS, they operate in the same way. They do not care. I'm serious. They don't. Like them, listen, the guys that go into those special operations shit, these are a different breed of dudes. They're a different breed. They're not like, for example, we had the Tampa Rangers there, of 75th Ranger Bat. Now the cool dudes is cool. They, we dap it up, whatever. But you could tell they was on a little different type of time. Like, you could tell their whole job was, if we go in, everybody got to die. If we go in, everybody and their grandmother got to go. No, nobody gets a chance to leave out here alive. The SEALs are the same way. It's a different breed of dude, man. It is you got to be a different type of cat to do that shit. So I blew out my goddamn meniscus, right? And by the time I retired, I had to go through the VA because they have to do the not inspection, but they got to do the physical, whatever, right? These names just sound like football team. Garrett, I thought the same thing one time. I was like, yo. SEAL Team 5, SEAL Team 6, SEAL Team 7. And they ain't teams. It's not like they got 30, 40 dudes on there. They might have like 10. That's a team. But that's all you need. I've always looked at the Delta Force guys like the Viltrumites. Them motherfuckers, listen. CEO once shoot out a recon Marine staff sergeant for not saluting him. The staff sergeant flexed his bicep and said, if you want to salute, crawl out from under this rocker and get one. God damn!
Oh my God!
Get you some, homie. Come get you some, homie. Race, you know you ain't never late for sound coffee. Stop playing. Now, my military career was, I did the thing. You know, I'm proud. I'm proud of the stuff that I did in uniform. I might not be proud of the country I did it for, but I'm definitely proud of the stuff that I did in uniform. You know, I was not one of those guys. Like, when I was in the reserves, I heard about that captain that didn't want to deploy to Afghanistan because he wanted Barack Obama's birth certificate. I'm like, bitch, court martial, court martial. Over there. That's over there. I will say this much. Waking up every morning having to go to the DFAC and see Donald Trump, just that shit will curdle your goddamn stomach. Ugh. And I was in a cab. I was in a cab unit. That's the only time they told us, take your Stetsons off in the building. So we had to take them off, you know, whatever. Take them off, hang them up, whatever. I was in a cab unit. And to get up every morning and have to see that son bitch. Listen, I would have much rather ate my goddamn Stetson. I don't put up with this. Every morning. You know, he's one of the only presidents that has not visited all military bases. Every president, Republican and Democrat, have made it their business to visit every military base. In the Army, Navy, Air Force, like every base. I'm talking about they go to Norfolk Naval Shipyard. They go to, Parris Island. They'll go to San Diego. They go to Fort Leonard Wood, Fort Jackson, every president has tried to visit each military base at least once. Just like every president in the United States have tried to visit every single state in the Union at least once. Trump hasn't done any of that. Like, when's the last time y'all saw Trump in South Dakota? He going up there. What? He'll go to Texas because it's Texas. It's Texas. But he don't go to California. He don't go to New York. He don't go to New Jersey. He doesn't go to Massachusetts. He doesn't go to Virginia. But he's in D.C. The only time he goes to these places is when he goes to his golf course. Presidents used to be a different breed. Whether you was a Republican or Democrat, presidents used to be a different breed. The president we got right now defies all comprehension because he's just a lazy piece of shit. Truthful Thursday, baby. Like, he don't do. This is why I don't understand why anybody in the military would support him. I don't. I don't get it. I do not understand. You're right. He won't go to a blue state to save his soul. He will not. He goes to Bedminster, New Jersey because of his golf courses there. Exactly. But he doesn't do, remember how he used to do, remember in his first term, it was just rally, 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 rally. Every time you turn around, this son bitch wasn't at work, he was at a rally. Remember that? Hasn't made the military wear jerseys with his name and number on the back there. What's his number, you ask? Anything under 18. God damn it, Gary. Shonk. He hasn't visited military bases. Like, I will never forget, and I have pictures of when Barack Obama came to Fort Stewart. And I will never forget, this is how I know when everybody says there's no liberals or leftists or anything like that in the military. Y'all a goddamn lie, and one of them is my former sergeant major. This is true story. This is an absolute true story. So our battalion sergeant major said for all the first sergeants to pick 4 soldiers from every one of their companies to for a special detail. So I got picked. It was me, 3 other guys from FSC. We all went, and Sergeant Major had us standing at parade rest and everything. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, what is the one job in the United States that demands respect? Everybody's looking around. I raised my hand. Sergeant Major, the President of the United States. He said, that's right. He said, it does not matter who sits in that chair. We respect the office. We may not respect the person in it, but we respect the office. With that being said, gentlemen, you will be part of a marching detail when President Barack Obama shows up here. And we were like, yo, Obama's going to be here? Wow. So the wife got the daughters. One of my good friends, Shannon, who I miss to death. I love you, Red. We were all part of this contingent of men just marching. Right? And we get there, and president shows up, and he's like, now remember, when the president shows up, when he comes in, you stand at attention. And when he salutes, you salute. Roger, everybody got that, right? So we're out there standing at attention. My wife and kids and shit. Like, again, I got pictures of it. My wife and kids are out there, and Obama shows up. He's like, stand for the president of the United States. Dun, 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 dun. And we come out, he crisp salute and shit, you know. And he signed a piece of legislation that basically allowed for service members to get more educational benefits while they're in uniform or out, right? So after we did that, they dismissed us. So I go and I find the family and shit. And who should I happen to find but the command sergeant major's wife, who is standing right next to my wife. And she said, oh, I love him so much. He's one of the best presidents we've ever had. Not like that Bush bastard. This woman said this out loud. Like, you know, we can see you, right? She talked so much shit about Bush and the Republicans. I was like, yo. And I'm like, ma'am, I've seen you before. She's like, yes, your sergeant major is my husband. I was like, oh, never mind. Let me act right. Let me act right. let me make sure I get my shit straight, because I don't want this to get back, you know. And then afterwards, sergeant major called me in and is like, McCormick, come here. Like, yes, sergeant major. Like, you met my wife? I was like, yes, sergeant major. Like, she act up. I was like, sergeant major, she was being her. Like, yep, we love us some Obama. I was like, yo, you don't listen. You don't know how refreshing it is when a president. Understand, no president truly grasps the idea of what it is to be a soldier except maybe Eisenhower. Eisenhower's the only one. Top cities in the building. Good morning. Like, Eisenhower probably is the only one because he served. I mean, John F. Kennedy served. I think Kennedy kind of got it a little bit, but I know Eisenhower absolutely did. I know Eisenhower did. That man was the Supreme Allied Commander. He is one of, 6 5-star generals. Eisenhower, Nimitz, I think he was one of only 5 or 6 5-star generals. I know Nimitz was one. Eisenhower was one. I'm trying to remember the other ones. There were like 5 or 6 5-star generals. He was the Supreme Allied Commander. We talking about, he was the commander over the British, the Americans, and the Russians. The Supreme Allied Commander. That is crazy. And that nobody has ever done that again. Nobody's ever done that again. And then you go from Eisenhower as a Republican to Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Like, I think Douglas MacArthur was one. Hold on. Hey, Siri. Show me all the 5-star generals. All right, here they are.
5-star general rank has been held by George C. Marshall, Douglas MacArthur, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Henry H. Arnold, and Omar Bradley. This is from study.com.
All right, so I was wrong. Nimitz wasn't one. So it's George C. Marshall, Douglas MacArthur, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Henry O. Arnold, and Omar Bradley. So we go from that to Trump. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that Barron looks just like him, I wouldn't even believe Donald Trump busted a nut and some good. Hey, Siri, show me 5-star admirals. Well, now the bitch don't work. Hey, Siri, show me 5-star admirals.
Okay, I found this on the web for Show Me 5-Star Admirals. Check it out.
Hold on. Fleet Admiral. Wait a minute. All right, here we go. There's a 5-star flag officer rank in the United States Navy's Royal. Okay. Flag of the Fleet Admiral. The abbreviation is FATM. Oh, my goodness. All right. Only 4 officers have ever held the rank, all in the World War II era. William D. Leary, Ernest J. King, Chester W. Nimitz, and William Halsey Jr. So I was right. Nimitz was a 5-star admiral. Like, just, I think that's what bothers me more than anything about where we are right now. We have a pussy for president. Like, there was an insult that people used to say when I was younger, call him dick in the booty. And if you call somebody a dick in the booty, that was instantly, somebody was gonna get shot. That was the universal code to get killed. If you offered your genitalia to somebody, you was gonna get shot. And if you call somebody genitalia in the anal region, you was getting shot. After that, people got guns. So I have a problem with where we are right now because of the tough talk. You know what I mean? Like, again, I come from the generation that gangsters moved in silence. He's softer than mashed potato he hates. I come from the generation of men and women who didn't say a goddamn thing. Where do you think the idea of us telling y'all gangsters don't rap and rappers ain't gangsters, where do y'all think that came from? Where do you think that came from? Where do you think that came from? That came from Gen X. Gen X. Because the greatest generation had some of them bastards too. But they were all in the mafia and shit. Like, they didn't have to walk around like, I'm gangster. Like, Chud the Builder would have been dead a long time ago. They'd have knocked his bitch ass off. They'd have knocked his bitch ass off. They would have knocked his bitch ass off. Best way I can describe it from this time period is, it's better walk the walk than talk the talk. Trump can't even fight the Sandman falling asleep with his goofy ass all the time. It's the bravado bullshit that bothers me more than anything. You know what I mean? The bravado bullshit bothers. And it only bothers me for one reason. Because half of the people that are using that bravado bullshit ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. They ain't gonna bust a fart in a full elevator, goddamn it. Like I am fully convinced that Pete Hegseth has never been punched in his mouth. I'm convinced of this. Pete Keg's breath, whatever the hell. All that tough talk, talking tough about the military and this, that, and the third, and women fighting and this. Pete, if somebody was to catch your ass out there, you would get the shit beat out of you. You would get your cranium cracked. Pete Hegseth would get the shit beat out of him. He would. He would. Because, again, I'm a Gen Xer. I am a Gen Xer. I come from the generation of people that used to bust people in the face with 40-ounce bottles. As long as I live, I will never forget, as a kid in high school, hearing about senior skip day, which was a thing, is an urban thing. I don't know if little white kids in Beverly Hills did it, but I know the seniors in my high school would skip every year. When senior skip day came for me, when I was a senior, I skipped. What the hell you talking about? I got up out of there. Like, peace out, walk the door, whatever. And the seniors in 1989, when they skipped, it was an all-city skip day. And apparently they went out to Swope Park and was partying and shit. And some girl that went to Southeast said something about a girl that went to Central, and the girl from Central busted her in the goddamn face with a 40-ounce bottle.
Oh my God!
That, like, drank it and cracked it in her goddamn face, right? So that's the generation I come from. I've told y'all the infamous story about Oban punching a man so hard the dude's dick flew out. Like, one hit a quitter. One hit a quitters. That was their name, the one hit a quitters. Oban walked out, dude turned around, right up. And he punched him, and that man's shit split from his goddamn ankle all the way up to his drawers, and all that shit split. One shot. But then you gotta watch Pete Hegseth talk about lethality. Sir. When the shots was fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, bitch, you ran. You ran away from the shit. Hey, Kalanda, oops, upside your head. Say oops, upside your head. Say what? Why not? I come from that. The second time I ever watched a person die was, we watched it. It wasn't no shit that we fictionally saw. No, we saw the shit happening. We were moving from Roanoke Ridge Apartments to a house over on Olive. And we drove down the street and we saw 4 or 5 Pyrus emptying shotguns into this black dude. His ass got to the corner and laid there. And me and my sister Lizzie, as long as I live, I'll never forget this. And I know Lizzie hasn't either. We walked up the street and the dude's laying in the gutter. And I mean, when I tell y'all, he fell damn near perfectly, because he fell and slid and his body was right over the goddamn drain. He's sitting there and we're watching this man take his last breath, back just blown out. And I looked at my sister, I said, he's going to die. And this woman said, don't say that, that's my cousin. And we watched him take his last breath, watched him soil his pants. And when the cops got there, they didn't even try to render any aid. They just put a goddamn yellow tarp over the top of him. And Lizzie is standing in front of me, and I'm standing with my arm around her, looking over her shoulder, because I'm much taller than my sister. I'm standing there, and I got my arm around her. Lizzie is crying. And I'm just sitting there in shock. And I watched how the cops pulled up. They didn't even, no rendering of aid. They just looked, he's dead. They put a yellow tarp over the top of him. The woman that said she was his cousin started freaking out. She freaked smooth out. There was a couple other people there, and we all watched this man die. And we were walking back. I'll never forget it. We was walking back to the truck. And I held my sister Lizzie's hand. I didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. But Lizzie was crying, like hardcore crying. It was the second time I had ever seen anybody die. So for me, tough talk don't mean shit. Tough talk don't, and especially in the age of the internet, some of y'all out here living foul as shit. Some of y'all are running around here living foul as shit. Y'all are on the internet saying a bunch of shit, and then you got to go outside. I'm surprised Chud the Builder made it to video 3. Because he wouldn't have pulled that shit in Memphis. Chud was not going to Memphis with that chipping out shit. They'd have knocked his ass off. Morning, STL Blue. They'd have knocked his ass off. And that is a symptom of the Trump effect. Y'all, getting rid of Trump as president isn't going to do it. That's not the only thing that's going to work. We have got to get rid of the Trump effect. The Trump effect is allowing people to just be the worst versions of themselves in front of a goddamn camera. Kash Patel testified in front of the Senate yesterday, or the day before yesterday, right? He never answered a question. Not one question. He didn't answer a single one. But do you know what he did? He talked tough for sound bites. Sound bites. Sound bites. And that's all that matters to the tough talking Trump effect crowd. That's all that matters. It's the sound bite. The problem with sound bites is reality don't give a shit. A sound bite ain't never blocked a bullet. A soundbite ain't never blocked a goddamn bullet. Not one time. Look at Magpie said, my mom doesn't always go for the talk shit. She grew up in times where they had no power and they lived off of beans and bread for months. They had to go to the bakery at night to avoid the Russians. And you really honestly think these people want to hear Pete Hegseth talk about lethality? Boy, if you don't get your ass from behind that goddamn podium, I'm going to tell you, if anything that anyone says online, seriously, because we all know they'd never have the balls to say it in person. Otherwise, they'd get decked in the face. He can't focus on eyes. Garrett said he can't even focus them eyes. Bug-eyed bastard. I look at some of the people who, like, for example, hate trans and intersex people. I look at them and I go, you are online saying this. Thomas, people don't know what it's like to have their hands inside someone trying to keep them from bleeding out. The smell of death is real. Annabelle, you is not joking. You is not joking. You never get that smell out. You never get that smell out of your head. Never. When you watch somebody die and then their bowels just let loose, you never get that smell out of your head. The smell of blood, shit, and piss together, you never get that out of your head. You don't. So you can blow up a bunch of boats using a drone off the coast of Venezuela and feel good about it because it's on a screen. But in real life, you can't get that out of your head. You can't. You cannot get that out of your head. Again, I never got shot at the whole time I was in Afghanistan. Not one. Okay? I was not the tough guy. I'm not going to sit up pretend and lie on my goddamn service record. I know I didn't go outside the wire. I know I was a damn supply clerk, and I don't care. But I will tell you, we knew shit was bad when the internet went out. We knew shit was bad when the internet went out. Because, and I mean, I was there for about a month. I was on Sharana for about a month when this happened. They had a Black Hawk helicopter come in with a person that was wounded. And somebody from our battalion, it had to be either our battalion or one of the other battalions that worked there, went on Facebook and announced that somebody had been shot and they were bringing them back on a Black Hawk. Now, they freaked out everybody. All of a sudden, people were getting messages and DMs and emails and shit from family members wanting to find out whether or not it was them. My wife even did it. She's like, Thomas, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. She's like, I'm like, why? Well, somebody said something, blah, 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 Facebook. So what they would do is, rather than keep the internet on and tell people if you say something, you're going to get Article 15, they just shut the internet off. So every time the internet was off, we knew there was somebody coming in on a Black Hawk helicopter. Now, it was me, my friend Phillips, and I forgot the other guy, and I cannot remember his name. We were on our way to go to the DFAC in downtown Sharana. And there was a medevac Humvee that had pulled in because they would go around and they pull in this way. And we're walking past this bitch, and there's blood all over this man, all over it, pouring out in the door all the way to the cash unit. I said, there's no way that man lived. That person, whoever went in there, is not alive. Now, you take that and then look at Pete Hegseth. Watch this. Hey, Siri, did Pete Hegseth deploy in his career?
Pete Hegseth was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan during his time in service.
Hey,
This
Siri,
answer is from
what was Pete Hegseth's job when he deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan? Nope, no, I don't want to answer. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. What was Pete Hegseth's job when he deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq?
Pete Hegseth was an infantry officer in the Minnesota Army National Guard. He served as a platoon leader in Iraq and taught counterinsurgency tactics in Afghanistan. This answer is from Wikipedia and Britannica.
Thank you. Now, do you really honestly think a guy that did that bullshit, do you really honestly think that dude actually saw anything? No. I mean, for F's sake, the guy was born in 1980. He was born in 1980. Reagan came into office in 1980. The king of the tough talk. The King Omega of talking tough was Ronald Reagan. The King Omega of talking tough was Ronald Reagan. Did you ever run up into any of the guys from the show they filmed over there Inside the Combat Rescue? No, I didn't. And I probably didn't want to. So, with the advent and the explosion of the internet and social media and things of that nature, people are no longer being themselves. They're being a version of themselves that does not jibe with what they really are. Donald Trump learned this shit. He learned this. He wasn't an infantry officer. He got exposed in a Senate hearing. Yep, there you go. The toughest tough-talking dudes will literally get their ass whooped. Now, you put Pete Hegseth on one end. All bluster, tough guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to use him, and I don't care. He's my big brother. You put Chaos on the other end. Have y'all ever seen Chaos do any tough talk, blah, 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 bluster? Ever? Did you hear that the U.S. military stockpile is so low, any other conflicts, we don't have enough weapons for? Now, I'm going to be dead ass with you. As a person that worked in logistics, that's a no-go at this station, buddy. That's a goddamn no-go. The fact that we're running out of munitions, we're running out of weapons and shit, nah. As a supply sergeant, I knew where every bullet went. I had to. That was my job. That was what the United States military paid me to do. I need to know where every single bullet went. Do we have brass for every single bullet? Because if we're missing one and it goes back and the shit don't count out, the same way it went in, I'm the one that they're going to call, and I'm the one going into people's offices going, sir, First Sergeant, XO, we need to get involved because we are missing some brass. And that brass could be that one round that somebody put in their pocket so that they can go do some stupid shit. Nah, bitch, where is that round at? In this advent of social media, it's all about a soundbite. But sound bites, I'm going to tell y'all something. Sound bites don't feed you. Sound bites don't finance you. Sound bites don't have sex with you. And sound bites will get your ass killed. They will get you killed. There's no other way to describe it. A sound bite will get you knocked off. Like I said, I'm surprised it took this long for Dalton Etherly, a.k.a. Chud the Builder, to finally meet up with somebody who's about that goddamn action. I'm surprised it took this long. I am absolutely 100% surprised because you over here calling people the N-word and then talking about chimping out while you got a video and you got one of them things on you. You don't know. There might be 6 dudes around the corner that got twice as many things, and they're going to send your ass to Kenny Loggins' Jesus, bitch. What makes Chaos and Pete different is the fact that Chaos stands on what he says. Chaos actually is a substance. You should take it seriously. Pete Hegseth only talks out of his sphincter, which is true. Which is true. And I mean that. That to me, that goes back to the James Charles shit. James Charles knows goddamn well his life is a dumpster fire having sex with himself in front of a goddamn mirror. He knows this. If you have a tearful apology for messaging young boys, you shouldn't say shit. Nothing. Nada, zip, zilch, zero, goose eggs, cold meat sandwiches. Bitch, say nothing. In your social media career, you had to stand in front of a camera and say, I am deeply sorry for messaging 16-year-old boys with naked pictures of my dick. If that has ever come out of your mouth, shut the F up. No raw dog in McLovin. Not a single one. Not a single one. Not a single one. Listen, I was too busy trying to make sure I went home. They gave me a 30-round magazine and they gave me an empty one talking about put the empty one in and hold on to the other one just in case. Bitch, I walked around for almost 11 months with a 30-round mag locked and loaded. Bitch, I was not playing. I'm going home. Way to Go said earlier that older millennial is now doing propaganda for Israel. Because older millennial never stood for a goddamn thing. He never did. He never stood for a goddamn thing. He is easily swayed. He is easily paid off. And he is the sort of person that will talk tough and get his ass whooped. Hence the I'm peeing. No. I don't do it like that. When you think of the older millennial, this is the only thing your ass should be thinking of. This is it, right? Where is it? And I want to thank Taz J, Mrs. Necessary in the Game, for this little tidbit right here.
I'm sorry. They're there. I'm peeing. I'm sorry. I'm peeing. Okay.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
I'm peeing. That's it. That is it. You out here shilling for Israel, bitch. You still peeing and peeing. $4.99.
Donations. Gifts.
Hey guys, going ahead to school. Quick question, Mr. Bishop. When is Superplex Party Central Time? To everyone else, God bless. Dragon, it is 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tonight. I want y'all to, again, this is the shit that gets people effed up. This is the shit that gets people effed up. This is what does it. Tough talking only gets you so goddamn far. Inevitably, you will have to live with the consequences of the words that come out of your mouth. No problem, brother. Be safe out there, Dragon. Love you. Jeffree Star is another one. Jeffree Star is a right-wing MAGA dickhead now. But before that, he was a racist piece of shit who just so happened to sell makeup. But Jeffree Star never had to be confronted with the consequences of his actions. He stays in different places. He stays in the same place. Nobody ever gets a chance to holler at him. Because if he did, if I saw Jeffree Star on the street, he owed me 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. Hey, Jeffrey, remember that black girl you tried to throw acid on? Hey, pimping, 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. Hey, Playboy, 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. I need 15, 11 minutes in the goddamn parking lot, pimping. No, don't try to run. I need 15, 11 minutes in the goddamn parking lot, Jeffrey, because of that bullshit you was pulling. But he never goes out, so nobody ever gets a chance to do this shit to him. And this is where listen, I want white people to stop using the word cancel and cancel culture. Please stop. For the love of everything, in the name of row, please stop. Please stop saying that. That is the dumbest goddamn phrase in the English language right next to woke mind virus. It is not cancel. It's accountability. If you walk around saying the N-word to black people and somebody knocks your entire lower mandible out of your goddamn mouth, that's not canceled. That's called accountability. That is the most, this person's getting canceled. I don't want to get canceled. What does that mean? What does that mean? Where I come from, it meant accountability. If you're dating a girl and she got brothers and you beat on your girl on camera and her brothers show up while you on camera, while you on live, and beat the country breakfast out your bitch ass, you didn't get canceled. That's called accountability. Accountability. Nobody wants to call it that, but they love using cancel, cancel, cancel. Like, Bill Maher can blow me hard, fast, and quickly, bitch. Black folks call it accountability. We've been calling it that. The reason people are so quick to talk about what goes on in the black community is because they don't see that we hold our own accountable. We do. Well, there was black people still listening to R. Kelly. Ain't R. Kelly in prison? Yeah. Didn't black people help put him there? Yeah. Then sit your ass down. Sit the F down and shut the F up. Shut up. Exactly, Merv. It's like Goku's Kamehameha. No one wants to take a hit directly. They don't. It's not about canceling. And the thing is, the people of the Caucasian persuasion will take something and run with it with not realizing exactly what the hell it means. They've effed up the word woke forever, ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. Nobody is canceling shit. Nobody is. But if you do something stupid, your ass needs to be held accountable. James Charles is finding out the hard way, but I guarantee you, in a few months, he'll come out with a new makeup brand and people will buy it. That's why there is no such thing as cancel culture. Hell, if you really want to be honest about it, if you truly want to be honest about it, there's no such thing as accountability in this goddamn country. Think about this. You can cause an insurrection. You can get 36 felonies. You can get convicted of 36 felonies. You can brag about grabbing coochie. You can brag about all kinds of stupid shit. And people will still look at you and go, yeah, you'll make a good president again. But the black woman, hey, here's all these qualifications you better have. You can't even see the shit. That shit, listen, even Jesus is like, yo, move this mound of shit. It's all of my goddamn way. Jeffrey Epstein was able to kill himself rather than facing accountability. It's almost as if when it comes to a certain demographic in this country, accountability is just out of the window. That's why Pete Hegseth can talk tough and bullshit, because Pete Hegseth is known to beat on women. Pete Hegseth's mama said he's not a good person because he cheated on his wife, but somehow he makes a good Secretary of Defense. Meanwhile, Lloyd Austin, the guy he replaced, a 4-star general with a spotless, impeccable military career, is called a DEI hire. Y'all make that shit make sense to me. Y'all make that shit make sense to me. Tony Hinchcliffe can continue to make offensive jokes towards black people, but the moment people start being really offensive about Tony Hinchcliffe, now it's a bridge too far. It's a bridge too far. It's a bridge too far. Why? Why? Like I said earlier in this film, I live by the golden rule as said by CM Punk. The apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what accountability is. We don't have enough accountability culture. We don't have enough accountability culture. And accountability culture would go something like this. The apology would be as loud as the disrespect. You don't go and send a goddamn message after you embarrass a woman. No, bitch, you get your ass in front of a camera. You get your monkey ass in front of a camera and you apologize for that bullshit. If you was disrespectful loud, you apologize just as loud. Kash Patel brought in bourbon to an FBI training facility, right? 12 bottles brought in a case where FBI agents were practicing with UFC fighters for whatever ungodly reason. Out of 12 bottles, one of them comes up missing. And rather than this man saying, yo, I apologize for bringing the shit in the first place, I lost the bottle, I charged it to the game, that was my fault. No, he threatens the goddamn FBI agents with a polygraph test. We are still having debates on whether or not we should feel sorry for the fact that Charlie Kirk caught one in the neck. How is this a part of the conversation? He talked some shit, somebody popped him, the end. Do y'all see the hypocrisy of this shit? Do y'all see the hypocrisy of this bullshit? So, y'all made memes and jokes and bullshit about George Floyd, and y'all continue to do so. But when we do the same thing to Charlie Kirk, oh, everybody's feelings are hurt. You are out of your goddamn mind. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The funniest, when goddamn Pete Davidson went after old numbnuts, Tony Hinchcliffe, that was the funniest shit I ever seen. That was the funniest shit I ever seen. Hold on. Here it is. This is what he said.
And that he's definitely been on camera letting Tony reminds me of Charlie Kirk, and that he's definitely been on camera letting a guy unload in his throat. Oh, you don't know me? You don't know me? Yeah. Kill Tony. Please, someone. Kill Tony. Tony reminds me of Charlie.
We all supposed to feel, we're all supposed to feel, oh, it's so bad. I can't believe he did that, Charlie Kirk. No, I'm sorry. Charlie put his ass out there. Charlie put his ass out there and never apologized. So guess what? He fair game, B. Richie, I didn't even know there was a summit that caused tension. I had no idea. Morning, Lisette. If you get your ass in front of a camera and say some goofy ass shit and never apologize, then bitch, it's fair game. It is fair game. Do you hear me? You free food out here, dog. You are free food out in these damn streets. You are. I think I don't care where it comes from. I think every Tony Hinchcliffe joke about him is the funniest joke ever. I don't care. Pete Davidson said it, Edo. Because Tony Hinchcliffe will never be held accountable for the words that come out of his mouth. So, guess what? Every joke, fair game. He looked like the rat from Ratatouille if you got him off a Temu. Bitch, I said it. What woman do? What woman do? What you want me to do? I don't feel bad. Same thing with Charlie Kirk. I bet your bitch ass wish you had a black pilot before that shit hit your neck, now didn't you? The fact that Tony has a job is the biggest joke. Yep. Remember that Asian comedian that made that joke about ICE and black people? Okay, you want to go there? Then let's go there. Open your eyes when you talk to me, though, dog. Open your eyes. Again, kids, this is the Trump effect. This is the Trump effect. This is the Trump effect. We now live in the Trump effect. Trump has never apologized for a goddamn thing that he said, including the fact that he wanted the death penalty for 5 innocent young black and brown men. These are grown men now. These are grown men now. He has yet to apologize. So what the hell makes you think jokes about him being a dementia-addled bitch wearing a diaper, what makes you think that shit's off limits? Oh, no. Oh, no. We talked about this shit last night. We talked about this shit last night on Rouse. We was elevated, but we talked about it. If that Arc de Trump is still around, when that son bitch dies, y'all remember when the Berlin Wall fell? Same thing, fam. Same thing, fam. Same thing, fam. Look at Witchy talking about, oh, Lord, the villain belly dancing. Come on, now. You knew that. You knew that. You don't know me? Same thing. When Trump dies, some of you sensitive bitches might want to stay in the house. Some of you sensitive hoes might want to stay in the house when Donald Trump died. He set the table, bitch. We ain't doing nothing but eating. My ex was mad at me for not being bad as someone who would look at me dead in the face and say, I wish all kinds of horrible shit for me being a queer female presenting person. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't. I often thought the effect started after 2020, since it's the fact that those people wanted him back after a pandemic. Edo, I look at it this way. When Trump waddled his fat ass down that goddamn escalator, that man had less qualifications to be president than Godzilla -1 right here. He had less qualifications to be president of the United States than this goddamn doll. He was going broke. And he knew it. He stood his ass up there knowing goddamn well he had no qualifications to be president of the United States. But you know what he did have? He had a bullshit hustler's mentality. So he did the one thing he knew he could do and get away with, which is, hey, We had 8 years of that nigger. Don't you feel bad? That's all it was. That's all it was. That's all. Y'all can argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Do not argue with your mama. Do not argue with me. Them poor dumb rednecks, literally, they ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of, a ground to catch the piss. But if you tell them you lived 8 years under that black, how you feel? I don't like America. I want my America back. Boom. Got them right there in the palm of your hand. Cry me a fountain, preferably neck first. God damn it, Magpie. Jesus. It is the spectacle. That is the Trump effect. It is spectacle over substance. It is soundbite over policy. It is never apologize. It is everything we're doing, throw it on somebody else. My issue has always been, why are so many people capitulating to this shit? Why are the Anna Kasparians and the Cenk Uygurs and the, Bernie Sanders, why are y'all capitulating to this shit? My good friend, my brother and co-owner of Ghost Law Productions Radio, Mr. Jeff Kennedy's in the building. Morning, Jeff. It's the Truthful Thursday, buddy. When you hit that lizard brain in most people, you will get the lizard brain effect. Again, that's the Trump effect. That's the Trump effect. It all of it is encompassing. How many times, and literally, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna just do it this way. Over 10 years, if you've said that's not how that works, anytime Trump has done anything, put a 1 in there. Just put 1 in the comment section. Just put a 1 in the comment section. That's not how that works. Hey, that's against the law. Hey, you can't get away with that. Hey, yo, don't do that. Hey, how are you doing that? Hey, if you've ever said that over the past 10 years, put a 1 in the comment section. Just put a 1 in the comment section. And this is what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Trump effect. The Trump effect literally gives people balls they shouldn't have. And the dumbasses film it. It's a two-pronged thing. One, say some of the most awful, god-awful bullshit against societal norm shit you can possibly think of. 2, make sure you say it in front of a camera. Make sure you say it in front of a camera. Make sure you have an audience. Make sure you're live. Make sure you're getting coins for it. Make sure. The problem with the Trump effect is reality. In reality, Tony Hinchcliffe could never make a joke about George Floyd in a room full of black people because Tony Hinchcliffe would never make it out of that goddamn room. Tony Hinchcliffe could never pull that bullshit off that he pulls in a room full of Puerto Rican people. You think he could get away with calling a floating island of garbage? You think he could get away with calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage in front of Puerto Ricans? Bitch, hey, mira, 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. Hey, mira, 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. Mira, 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot. You ain't getting out of here with that. You think you're going to say that and say it? You're going to say that in the room and then leave? No, dog. They ain't going to find you until you start stinking. Because reality is always waiting for people to do stupid shit. Reality is always waiting for people to do stupid shit. The fact that the older millennial is now shilling for Israel does not surprise me at all. Because where else are you going to get that dough? Where are you going to get that paper? Where are you going to get that paper? That is the most important thing. The older millennial says goofy shit in front of cameras. He doesn't say it to himself. He doesn't say it out loud. I'll never forget there was a story that they did on Keith Olbermann. And Keith said that the MSNBC building is right near the Fox News building. So one day he's coming out and Sean Hannity comes out and, people see him together, they're shaking hands. And Sean Hannity even says, people would not believe how close we are outside of the screen. They would never know. Now, Keith Olbermann said, yeah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't know I still don't like you. Because reality is, Sean Hannity gets in front of a camera and a microphone where people can see and hear him. He says some offensive-ass shit. Then he goes outside because he don't believe none of it. I'm telling y'all right now, Laura Ingraham don't believe half the shit that comes out of her goofy-ass mouth. She don't believe none of that shit. She don't believe none of that shit. She doesn't. She says it for the camera. Fox News is the Trump effect that's been here longer than Trump. That's all Fox News is at this point. It is the Trump effect that has, wherever the blueprint for the way Trump is operating, he got it from Fox News. Because Roger Ailes acted like this. Rupert Murdoch acts like this. Lackland, who is now taking over for Rupert, he acts like that. He does. These people say shit to get you riled up. But then reality hits. And the consequences of your actions show up with free shipping, overnight delivery. First thing in the morning, here comes consequence. Chud the Builder found out. James Charles is finding out. You don't get to be a piece of shit in front of a camera and walk away. And your mea culpas, save them. Save them. Save them. Because the apology has to be as loud as the disrespect. Period. Because Trump realizes that at his age, he doesn't have long on this earth, and he's not going to be here to get his consequences. Do you think we're going to let that bullshit that he wanted to put up there stand? People will literally put flammable liquid in that reflecting pool and burn that goddamn blue paint right off of it. If you think I'm lying, watch what happens. They're going to be knocking that ark down with sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. Nobody's keeping that shit up. Nobody wants to remember this bastard. Nobody. There's your consequence. Trump is always worried about his legacy. Always worried about his legacy. Legacy. Let me tell you something. You know what your legacy is going to be? Your legacy is the worst elected leader in the history of the United States. They're going to have to bury that man in secret. They're going to have to. Because if they tell everybody where he's buried at, people will piss and shit on there. I still want to find out where Lee Atwater is buried just so I can go take a dump on his goddamn grave. I'm telling you right now, I am not bullshitting. I want to take a healthy shit on Lee Atwater's grave. I want to find it just so I can make a pilgrimage there to take a fat-ass dump right on top of his grave. You are getting exactly what you gave. That's why you have a responsibility being in front of a camera. When I came on this morning, I told y'all no more Why Wednesday confessionals, no more your mama jokes at all. Because I am taking accountability for the show that happened yesterday. I erased the show. Do I like erasing shows? No, I don't. I really don't. But that was too offensive and it had to go. That is me taking accountability. That's it. Because you have a responsibility when you sit in front of this camera. You have, I'm going to say this again. If you are making content, when you stand your ass in front of a camera, you have a responsibility. Greenland Memorial Park in Columbia, South Carolina. Say no more, fam. I got you, fam. Don't even worry about it. One day I'm going to get in my truck on a Saturday morning. I'm going to say, hey, babe, I'll be back. Where you going? I'm going to go visit Angry. That's going to be my excuse. I'm visiting angry. I'm going to drive and drive and drive and drive and go right to Columbia, South Carolina, the Greenland Memorial Park, and I'm going to shit on Lee Atwater's grave. Then I go visit, no, it wasn't wild, Edo. It was offensive. A lot of people got offended. I erased the show. You have a responsibility as a person who speaks to other people. It's not cancel culture. I hate that. I hate that phrasing. I hate the way it's phrased, and I hate the fact that people still use that colloquialism. Cancel culture. There is no such damn thing. It's always been accountability. Your mamas and daddies taught y'all that shit when you were younger. You can't go around stealing from a store. You cannot go around hitting another kid. You cannot go around hurting your sisters or hurting your brothers or things of that nature. It is called accountability. And sadly, in the age of Trump, with the Trump effect in full bloom, something that is going to take us decades to get rid of. Magpie, it doesn't matter. It's gone. It doesn't matter. No, it didn't matter. It's gone. Yesterday's show is gone. As soon as I'm done here, I will erase it off of Streamlabs. It's gone. Shit's done. Now, as a content creator, and I've told y'all, I do social commentary. Be safe out there, Brother Shaft. Keep the roads safe, sir. Love you. Love you to death, brother. You have when I stand in front of this, because again, I am a social commentator. My job is to commentate on what society is doing. If society does not want me to tell the truth about what is going on, perhaps society needs to change. It is not my fault. All I do is talk about what is already there. At the end of the day, I am an advocate for the veteran community. But I also know the veteran community, 2/3 of the veteran community helped to get us in this situation that we're in right now with the Trump effect. So I don't have a whole lot of love for the veteran community. Sorry, I said what I said. I don't. I see far too many men up at the VA riding rascal scooters. They'll never walk again. Some of them can't talk, and they're out here voting for this piece of shit. Nah, dog, I'm sorry. No, Annabelle, there will be no more Why Wednesday confessionals. It's done. There will be no more confessionals, period. I've talked about this before. There'll never be another one. Hey, get yourself some rest, Wolfie. I love you to death. Kiss that kid for me. 2/3 of the veterans community voted for Donald Trump. So when I advocate for veterans when I advocate for better veterans care, better veterans pay, and things of that nature, I'm doing it with the knowledge that a bunch of these sumbitches voted for this shit. They voted for this. I am a social commentator. My job is to commentate on what society does. It has been my job since day one. Since day one. And I understand that standing in front of this camera, I have a responsibility to talk to people and tell the truth. I do. Sugarcoating shit is what got us here in the first place. You can put all the powdered sugar and brown sugar and white pure cane sugar on a bowl of shit, bitch. It's still a bowl of shit. But thanks to the Trump effect, we now live in a time and a place where people do not want to take accountability for anything. They want us all to see the shit, get offended, and then walk away. Anna Kasparian talking about, I don't think about race, I don't see race. Bitch, congratulations on being a white woman. I mean... Congratulations on being a white woman. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. A lot of well-meaning white folks do not understand that the fight that they're getting into requires them to see past their own goddamn nose. And when you say something offensive, make amends for it. If you did it in public, say it in public. The apology should be as loud as the disrespect. That first, last, and always. First, last, and always. It's not about canceling. It's about you did something so effed up that you should apologize for it. But we don't have that. We don't. The Trump effect is taking over. Kash Patel talks tough shit. Kash Patel's a drunk. Pete Hegseth talks cash shit. Pete Hegseth's a drunk. Linda McMahon does not know what the hell she's doing. Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian agent. RFK Jr. is a drug addict who does not have any sort of backing in medical anything. J.D. Vance is a sycophant suck-up who is Peter Thiel's arm puppet bitch. And Donald Trump is the reason we are all where we are today. Not enough people say that. Not enough people say that. Carter Brown will never understand what it's like to actually make amends and take accountability because the moment shit got hard, she started crying and centered herself. If y'all want to clip this and send this to Carter Brown, let me give you a piece of advice, Miss Brown. Let me give you a piece of advice. Shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. You've talked enough. It's time for you to open your ears and close your mouth. It's time for you to start listening to the stories of people who've had to endure in the shit that you helped to usher in. I was on a live yesterday, right? And I got kicked out after like 3 minutes. Somebody reported me and got me kicked out, right? So a guy was talking about how racist it is to say for atheists to say that we descended from apes. Not realizing that there is an entire whole, like you could go online and find where it talks about evolution, which means this, you're just dumb and you refuse to learn anything. So I get on the panel and I literally asked him, could you please say that thing that you were saying again about black people and chimpanzees? Say it to an actual black man. Say it to an actual black man. And I even said it. While you're sitting around talking about black folks and chimps and shit like that, your lips look a lot more like that chimpanzee's than mine. I mean, for real, for real. America learned it well. Civil War ended. We didn't hold those goddamn Confederates to account. Jefferson Davis got put in prison. He wasn't hung. He got put in prison because they didn't want to make martyrs out of these people. I don't give a goddamn if they're a martyr or not, bitch. You went against the United States. You got to go. You got to go. If we had ended the Civil War, the South loses, and we took every general, every person in the cabinet, all of the Confederate presidents and all of that, and if we had looked at him and said, he's got to go. He got to go. Then they'd have to go, put their ass in trees. Strange fruit time. And if that's what it took to get the accountability from the South and make sure this shit never happens again, then it should happen. We as American citizens, and again, I keep telling y'all, where goes America, so goes the world. We have a rise in far-right fascism all over the planet. Germany, France, the UK, Italy, Spain, Australia. Far-rightness is starting to go up. It is the Trump effect. Be as nasty as you possibly can be and never apologize for it. Never let the apology be as loud as the disrespect. The fact that Tommy Robinson is still running his punk ass around all on the streets of goddamn the UK and not someplace in traction proves my goddamn point. The fact like organizations like the Heritage Foundation have so much of an influence in our goddamn elected officials, but nobody's ever going to put a 501c3 audit on that ass and take their credentials and shit, shows it proves my point. It's okay for Kevin Roberts to say that this is a second revolution and it'll be bloodless if the left allows it to be. It's okay for him to say that, but for me to say, hey, Kevin Roberts, I hope you choke on a chicken bone and die fast. All of a sudden, I'm wrong. Why am I wrong? Why? The little piece of shit that came after me. This man is horrible to women, black women with cancer and black women with children. But it's okay for him to just parade his dumb ass around on TikTok acting like he ain't done nothing. No accountability. No accountability. And then you go back to somebody like Chud the Builder. Then you go back to somebody like Chud the Builder. He finally found someone that was going to give him that work. He finally found someone that was going to give him that work. And guess what? They did. Guess what? He grazed himself. Guess what? Attempted murder charges. You're going to jail. That's your accountability. Congratulations. Now, I'm pretty sure if they give him 14, 15 years, I'm pretty sure he'll hook up with the Aryan Brotherhood and he'll become a full-time, 100% goddamn racist. What did you lose, Dalton? While you out here white priding it, your son doesn't want to have a goddamn thing to do with you. Your wife is changing your child's name. Changing his name because both the child and his mother don't want anything to do with you. Accountability. James Charles is losing followers, but not enough. Not enough. James Charles should have about 10,000 followers right now. I said what I said. And it shouldn't even be for what he said to the woman from Spirit Airlines. It should be for the fact that he is a groomer. He sent naked pictures, unsolicited naked pictures to two boys. To two boys. Made a mea culpa, and brands still want to deal with him. It's always listen, at the end of the day, the reason quote unquote cancel culture doesn't exist is because there's still money to be made even in the cancellation. Even in the cancellation. There's still money to be made. Brands still are going to take a chance on Jeffree Star and James Charles, even though they're horrible people. But it is the Trump effect. It's the Trump effect. He's never going to be held accountable. He's never going to be held. Y'all understand that? The man's going to die and never be held accountable. They impeached him twice. Twice. He pressured a 14-year-old boy into doing stuff because he had nowhere to go. And there are people that still want to deal with this man. White women love a sassy gay white man who does makeup. There's his following. The boys retracted their statement and said they made it up. Sure they did. I don't believe it. Listen, if a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. They got pictures and shit. I don't even, nah. Don't care. I don't care. But this is the time we live in now. In the age of Trump. You got to do a bunch of soundbite shit and you got to make goddamn sure it's in front of a camera. Accountability is out of the goddamn door. It's already out the door. It is gone. It's going to take decades. I probably will not be alive to see the ship at least not even righted, but get into some ability to be able to steer. We are, as a species, we're done. We're done. I hype and harp on you guys because I want y'all to know you are shining lights in a dark place. You are shining lights in a dark place. I will never sit in front of this camera and try to steer you wrong. I will never sit in front of this camera and steer you wrong. I will try to make you laugh and I will try to make you think, but I will never steer you wrong because I have a responsibility. This is that Gen Xer in. I have a responsibility. When Jeff and I first came up with the concept of Ghost Claw Productions Radio, we realized that we are talking about a talk radio station. Yes, we do play music. All of us use AI or whatever, and we make music and we put it on the station that you can listen to during the day. It happens. But what else we have, the other thing that we have is a responsibility to everyone that views, whether it's Pastor Gia Clinton, Pastor Matthew Best, Jeff, myself, Angry, Taz, it doesn't matter. We have a responsibility to be honest to you, to your face. A responsibility. If you want to know what true Gen Xers are, look at this radio station. Look at this radio station. We started off with the slogan where every voice matters, and it's true. But we also understand that with that slogan, it also means we have a responsibility to be as upfront as possible. I don't do news. I will talk about news things, but I don't do news. That is Taz and that is Jeff. Taz and Jeff do tons of research before they open their mouth in front of a camera. Jeff has been doing this shit for 7 years. I've only been doing this for about 4, maybe. I think the Villain's View turns 5 this year or something, right? You have a responsibility. You do. And unfortunately, with the Trump effect going on, you're never going to get it the way you truly deserve it. Trump said something yesterday. This is going to be on Flag on the Play, so you might as well just get ready for it. You will hear this again. But Trump said something yesterday that I think every single person in the United States needs to hear. This man said this out loud.
So he blatantly went on TV on an interview yesterday and said that he does not take Americans' financial situations into account when it comes to the war. So now he's just blatantly telling you that he doesn't give a shit, which most of us already knew, but that's beside the point. So now that he's told you that, I'm sure you're going to tell me that that's not what he meant. He didn't really mean to say it like that. He really meant this instead. In the words of the great Maya Angelou, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
It's true. That is straight up true. Let's see if I have
breaking news to tell you about these.
That is absolutely 100% straight up true. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. The first time. The reason I don't give a pass to people like Anna Kasparian is because you already showed me who you are. Everything that came before your leaving of the left, that was a lie. That was fake. That wasn't true. You showed me exactly who you are. You are a white woman who continues to white woman, and you will never be able to see life from the eyes of any goddamn body else because you are a white woman. People get what they ask for. Black folks are tired. I'm one of them. We are tired because our communities are always used as an example of you got to hold yourselves accountable and pull up your pants and father, blah, blah, blah. And then we watch as everything we have ever been accused of since the chains came off got elected president not once but twice. Not once, but twice. Twice. All the talk of holding black folks accountable and blah, 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 blah. The text I sent you had nothing to do with yesterday, FYI. I know. I appreciate that, brother. But Trump said, this came out of his mouth.
Situations motivating you. To what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all.
We have been bamboozled by Netanyahu, but he'll never be held accountable. The Israeli people have a bloodlust about them that was fed via propaganda for decades, going all the way back to the founding of the state of Israel. They have been misled so much for so long that even if they got rid of Benjamin Netanyahu, even if they got themselves a full-on left-wing president, he still thinks the same way they do. He still thinks the same way Netanyahu does. That's the Trump effect long before there was a Trump. Fox News will continue to call itself Fox News, but there is no news. It's all propaganda, all of it. But they will never be held accountable for it. Which is why it falls on people like myself and people like Jeff and Tad and Gambit and Angry and Jeff, and George and Pastor Bess and Pastor Clinton and T. Nathan. It falls upon us to be the truth teller, the truth sayer, the people that actually are the ones that will hold truth to power. We're not popular. We're not supposed to be. Everybody wondered why the hell I called myself a villain the very first time I started making TikTok videos. And I explained it this way. Jim Jordan was a witness to crimes being done to young men on the Ohio State football team, wrestling team, at the hands of their team doctor. He never testified for these young men, but everybody believes him to be a hero. Kristi Noem is a hero. J.D. Vance is a hero. Donald Trump is a hero. Pete Hegseth, these are heroes. To the American populace, they have purported themselves to be heroes. But you cannot be a hero without a villain. You cannot be a hero. You cannot be the protagonist of a story if you do not have an antagonist. If all you have is a protagonist, that's not a story. That's just one guy's or one gal's opinion about shit. You need an antagonist. And so I decided to be one. I decided that. And through that thought process, I have built myself to be a truth teller. The person that tells the truth, even if it means I look like booty cheeks in the process. It has to happen. Somebody has to be the light inside of the darkness. The only way, and I've said this before, the only thing we're going to get out, the only way we're going to get out of the Trump effect that we're in right now is somebody has to be the one with the muddy boots, the smirk, the swagger, the attitude, the asshole nature, who isn't there for popularity, isn't there for coins, isn't there for fame and fortune. He or she is there to tell the truth. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be nasty. You're not gonna like it. When you've gone out and danced naked and had sex in the rain, you get pneumonia. Now you got to start taking shit that's disgusting. Antibiotics in your ass, pills you got to take. You don't like the taste. You don't like the feel. You got to drink all the goddamn NyQuil you can get your hands on. Oh my God, can I get something that tastes different? No, bitch. You're getting this medicine because you need it, because this is the situation you put yourself in. Now it comes time for the consequences of said action. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, heroes will not put you into that position for accountability. Heroes will not put you in that position for you to be, for somebody to be held accountable. The only people that are going to do that are the assholes of the room, the villains of the story. And I'm proud to say I am one. I'm very proud to call myself a villain. Very proud. I am very proud to lead a pack, a tribe, an organization filled with people who see the world the exact same way. We ain't all got to agree. Hell, we ain't all got to be talking about the exact same thing. But one thing you cannot argue with is that when it comes to us, you're going to get the truth. You ain't going to like it, and we're not going to care. The only way out of this, let's do everything in front of the camera with no accountability shit, the only way you're going to get out of it is if somebody yanks your bitch ass out by your collar the whole time they're telling you, look at your dumb ass, stupid. Look at you. None of this shit is real. None of it's real. None of it. It's all fake. It's all bluster. It's moissanite. It's worth F all. It's not real. This is real. A tough talking guy and a guy that dies in a gutter are two different people. Because the tough talking guy would be the one that would end up in the gutter. That's what truthfulness is. I have a responsibility. As a voice, I have a responsibility. It is my job and my responsibility to be the social commentator I've told you I was going to be since day one. I make no secret of this. I am not trying to be popular. I'll never end up with Don Lemon. I'll never end up on MS Now. Hell, I'll be lucky if anybody even notices my black ass. Doesn't mean I don't have a responsibility. When I am wrong, I admit it in front of the camera, especially if I was wrong in front of the camera. I admit it to you. And as long as I have breath in my body and my black ass points to the ground, I will continue to do so. I will continue to do so. And yes, I'm an asshole. I'm the bad guy. I don't have to follow the rules. I'm the villain. It is my responsibility to be a prick. But the one thing you can say about me is that I'm an honest prick. And I don't plan on changing any goddamn time soon. I don't suffer from the Trump effect. I see it, but I don't suffer from it. Kiss my ass. If you fake, stay away from me. I'm not the person to be around. If you come in with bluster, I'm going to look at you sideways. I reached the age and the time where I no longer have to play the game. I don't. My partner, my co-owner, holds me to account, and I do the same to him. Every person that hosts the show on this radio station is held to account for what happens on it. We don't interrupt. The shows belong to the show host. Don't belong to GCPR. We are just providing an avenue for them to use it. The shows belong to them, but even with that, they are held to account. You don't go on the air and say some goofy shit that the rest of us had to pay for. No. Get your ass back out there. Whatever the hell it was you said, either retract it or do something with it. Don't bring your ass in there with that shit. That's the show, kids. That is the show. As always, if you'd like to support, think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. For as little as $3 a month, you can help me keep all of this running. I have found all of my seduction videos. I found every single one of them. I am splicing them together so I can make a villain's rant called The Art of Seduction. so I can send you your present. I'll resend today. Okay, I got you, Edo. I'll check it today. Patreon.com/Thomas Villain Bishop Show is brought to you in part by Smooth California. Skincare products will make you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, they are all natural. SmoothCA.online. Show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you don't have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. MELExcellence.com. Show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Go to somethingblackmade.com. Get yourself some apparel. The summer's coming. You better look good. Somethingblackmade.com. And finally, the show is brought to you in part by W Energy. A little scoop full of Grandpa's denture water keeps me running all day long. It gives me all the B12 that I need. It is great. You will love it. And they got new great flavors. Check them out. W.GG. Type in Thomas Bishop for 10% off of your purchase. The Sound of Coffee Shop is open, is running, and is piping hot. Remember, the new OCB T-shirts and coffee mugs are on the shop. Run your ass out there and grab one and let everybody know what you do in the morning. You are an original coffee bean. The Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com. Tazisms.com for all of your little quirky things. The one, the only, the woman that sells the records around here, Taz J, has her own shop. Please check it out. Tazisms.com. Before I leave you with the universal greeting of the coffee beans. Bow your heads.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
The world had a chance to fix itself until the coffee beans got up. Now it's our turn. Just get out of the way. Hydrate, elevate, self-love and self-care. I love you all. Have a beautiful day on purpose. That is a good word from one Miss Trustina. What is it that we say every day, kids? Remember, we are all going to make mistakes, myself included. Doesn't mean we're bad people. This means we made mistakes. We never lose. We either win or we learn. Please remember that. Be kind, be positive, be authentic, be you. Sorry for not being active this morning. My mental mind is not really there this morning. Please fill your own cup this week. I love you all. That is the loving word from Miss Lyles. Miss Lyles, I'm right there with you. I am not in a good place. I talked about this with Angry. I'm not in a good place. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. After yesterday's show, I almost shut all of this down. Almost shut all of it. I was literally not going to host The Sound of Coffee ever again. And I was looking at the other shows that I wanted to get rid of. Nana J, I love you so much. Please be safe, Nana. Please be safe. But I got my ass up and I said, you know what? If I don't fight for nothing else, I'm going to fight for this show. I had a bad show yesterday. I had a bad show. And I learned. So there's that. Miss Lyles, just know that you are in my thoughts and prayers. Not prayers, but you are in my thoughts. And may Rao shine his light on you all day. Yeah. Had a bad show. You'll never see it again. Trust me on it. What is it that we say every day, kids? Annabelle, I'm sure you would find another morning show that would be able to do all the stuff that we do here. I promise you that. I promise you that. If I left today, y'all would find another show. I told y'all, I'm competing with Open Mike Eagle for F's sake. The dude's a rapper. What am I? I got a soundboard and I make a bunch of sounds. That's about it. I was bad show. Bad show. And that's why I wanted to come in here and talk about accountability. That's why. And like I said, I was about that close to ending all of it. About that close. Nana, I know you would. I was gonna cut. I was done. And I talked to Angry about it. He'll tell you. I was crying. I apologized. I apologized because I was rethinking everything. I was rethinking everything. But I got up this morning. Like I said, I wasn't going to do this show. I'm telling y'all that. But then Catman was there and crawled in my face and was smacking my damn CPAP machine. I got up. I got my daughter ready for school, fed her breakfast. And as soon as she walked out the door, I said, you know what, Thomas? You told Taz this one day. Everybody has a bad show. You live, you learn, you continue. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. You guys brought me back. It was you. It wasn't me. It was you. Please remember that. Please remember that. This is the highlight of my day. This is exactly what I live for. I get up and I do shows. That's it. I make jingles. I make ads. I edit videos. I try to build up my Patreon. I try to build up our YouTube channel. I try to get more people to download the app so that all they got to do is press a button. They can listen to us. You ain't got to just drive to watch. You can listen. You can listen. Trust me. Go to gcpr.live. The one and only Angry IT Nerd worked his ass off on that app. And I could not be prouder of that man. And like I told him last night, I have not been a good friend. I haven't been a good brother. He's been a better brother than me than I've been to him. Angry worked his ass off on our application. He worked his ass off on our website, and I could not be prouder. I could not be proud. We are rebuilding the Villains Guild to be bigger and better than ever. We have a sister organization now called the Outcast Nation, led by somebody who I consider my brother, my twin. I've got so much in my life, kids. So much. The iOS version is now in the App Store. Go and look it up and get it. That way, you ain't got to, you're like, hey, I want to watch the show, but I don't have time or I'm driving or blah, blah, blah. Get the app. You can listen to us. You can listen to me and Angry. You can listen to Jeff and Taz. You can listen to the music that we put on the station. You can listen to every show. Do not think that GCPR does not go with you. Get the iOS app. The Android app is coming. I'm telling you this because Angry is working on it. Because again, one of the best men I know. A better friend to me than I've been to him. And I mean that. I mean that. So when you say this today, I want you to say it with your heart. Say it knowing that somebody loves you. Somebody's proud of you. Somebody needs you in this world. And that you are the very best part of it. All right? What is it we say every day, kids? May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild, a proud, upstanding member of the Outcast Nation. And this has been a Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Gold Star Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I promise I will do it this time, Angry. Last week, I just wasn't feeling it. I'm going to power my ass through. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is Superplex Party. We are talking about Oscar retiring. We are talking about Jacob Fatu losing his goddamn mind. We are talking Zilla Fatu. We are talking AEW and that goofy, weird, wild-ass Darby Allin versus Pac match. We're talking all wrestling tonight. New Day leaving. We got to talk about that. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Superplex Party. Please come in. Please check it out. As always and forever, with love in my heart, I say, with peace on my mind, I give this. And just a tad bit of hair grease. I will see you all tomorrow for Flag on the Play Friday. I love you guys. Be safe. And as always, peace. Hey, I love you. You better not ever forget it. Love you. See you in the morning. Peace.